Welcome all to Jewish Federation's 2020 annual meeting. I'm Susan Schulman-Pertnoy, and I'm chairing this event tonight along with my husband, Ronnie Pertnoy. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here under such unique circumstances. We hope you and your loved ones are healthy and in a good place to get through the unprecedented situation we're all facing.
This evening's annual meeting is unlike any other communities in history. Each year we gather at this time of year to celebrate the impact we created as leaders who make it possible. This year we do the same, but on the screens from our respective homes.
We live in a time of uncertainty and extraordinary challenges, but the role that Federation and our leaders play is more relevant than ever. We've responded to some of the most pressing needs locally and around the world. Almost overnight, Federation and our partners transformed the way we provide vital services to care for the vulnerable and powerful programs that connect people with Jewish life. In doing so, we've continued to be the safety net and beacon of hope that our community relies on us to be. And for that, we have more reason to celebrate than at any other time in recent history.
All of this comes at the tail end of what has been an historic and memorable 2020, where again the Federation and our community rose to new heights. We joined together tonight to look back at what we've accomplished and look forward to a brighter future.
Here's a look at what's ahead this evening. We'll celebrate the 3-year term of outgoing board chair Ira Gerstein, who I had the pleasure of working alongside during my tenure as board chair of the Mandel JCC. Ira is incredibly passionate and endlessly dedicated to the success of Federation and our agencies. He's been and will continue to be the consummate partner in ensuring the continued growth of our community. Later, we'll look to the future with incoming board chair Hope Silverman and the 2020-21 board of directors. Hope is one of the most active people I know. She's played almost every role in the book in this community, and we're so excited for all that we will accomplish under Hope's leadership. And finally, we'll conclude this evening with a State of the Community with Federation President and CEO Michael Hoffman.
First, like any time we gather together, we begin by looking to Jewish wisdom, reminding us of our shared values and how they apply to our lives today. Thank you for joining us, and please enjoy tonight's program.
We'd like to welcome Rabbi Yaron Kapitolnik of Temple Judea in Palm Beach Gardens to lead us in Devar Torah.
Shalom. My name is Rabbi Yaron Kapitolnik. I'm the Rabbi at Temple Judea in Palm Beach Garden. And in a few minutes, I will be a board member of the Jewish Federation of the Palm Beaches. It's a great honor to be on the board. And I want to start, first of all, by thanking all the board members who are ending their duty today, and to say special thank you to Ira, who has led this board and has given this community so much. I also want to say Mazel Tov and congratulations to Hope Silverman. And I look forward to serving under your leadership, which I admire so much. And we have a lot to accomplish, and I know that we will. As a rabbi, my language is a language of prayer. Prayer allows us to stop in the moment. We can't stop time, but we can stop in time. And we could recognize that this journey that we're taking, and this moment that this journey begins, is a sacred moment. And so I'd like to share with you Tfilat HaDerech, the prayer for the journey, for the traveler as we embark on this sacred journey. It goes as following. Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu, shetolichenu leshalom. May it be your will, Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors, that you lead us towards peace, that you guide our footsteps towards peace, and that you make us reach our desired destination for life, gladness, and peace. May you send blessing in all our handiwork and grant us grace, kindness, and mercy in your eyes and in the eyes of all who watch us. May you hear the sound of our humble request, because you are a God who hears prayer. Baruch Ata Adonai Shomea Tfilah. I pray that God will lead us and guide us in this challenging journey to build a strong and vibrant and loving and caring Jewish community here in the Palm Beaches. May we continue to grow in strength when we work together, when we move forward together. As our Torah says, Chazak, Chazak, v'nitchazek. May we always have the courage and the strength to achieve our goals and to work hard for our community. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi Kapitolnik. Good evening, everyone. My name is Michael Hoffman. I'm President and CEO of the Jewish Federation of Palm Beach County. And I, too, want to thank so many of you for participating in our Federation's annual meeting via Zoom. Although we cannot celebrate our community and appreciate our dedicated leadership in person, I am proud that so many of you are participating virtually because our Federation and the Palm Beach Jewish community have a wonderful story to tell. A story of resilience, a story of dedication to build and strengthen Jewish life here in Palm Beach and Israel and around the world. And the story of what happens when a group of like-minded people work together as part of a collective to meet the ever-changing and dramatically evolving needs of our Jewish community. Central to the essential task of building Jewish life in the Palm Beaches has been the extraordinary leadership of Ira Gerstein, our outgoing board chair. I have had the pleasure and the honor of working side by side with Ira for these past 3 years as my lay partner. He has led our community with distinction, with passion, and with tireless dedication. He has guided our Federation system through a period of enormous change. And as Ira hands over the reins of leadership to the next board chair, he leaves Federation in a strong position to serve the community. This comes at a most critical moment in time as we all confront the lasting effects of the pandemic. To quote the late philanthropist Mort Mandel, Ira is an A. In his leadership, he has possessed intellectual firepower. His decisions as board chair have been values driven, and most importantly, he's been a mensch. So Ira, on behalf of a very grateful community, thank you. Thank you for your leadership, for your dedication, and for stepping up at an integral time for our Jewish Federation. And as a token of our gratitude, we'll be presenting you with a beautiful gift from Tzfat and our partnership region in Israel. It is now my honor to introduce Ira Gerstein.
Thank you, Michael. Over the past 3 years, Michael and I developed a strong partnership. We spent countless hours solving problems, strategizing, and planning for the future. Michael is an incredible leader, and I'm proud of what we achieved. As I reflect, there are several key accomplishments. If this were baseball, we built a new bench in a new ballpark. Our new ballpark, the Jack, Joseph, and Morton Mandel building, is the city hall of our Jewish community. As we recruited the strongest bench, we created the Federation Gold Standard. We are the best in the business with visionary development, creative programming, cutting-edge marketing, and strategic initiatives. To combat anti-Semitism, our Community Relations Council created a consortium of local and national organizations known as the Assembly. Our Jewish Volunteer Center has expanded Federation's reach by inspiring thousands of young people to demonstrate the values of Tikkun Olam. A strong bench extends to our lay leadership as well. I'd like to recognize the achievements of our campaign and foundation leaders, Joel, Cindy, and Carol. I want to acknowledge the board members and committee chairs who are completing their terms this evening. Thank you for all your time and effort. Tonight, we install Hope Silverman. Her generosity, commitment, and passion are second to none. I know she will be strong and effective as our board chair. One of our most significant objectives was to guide Federation's local agencies through challenging transitions. Today, our agencies benefit from leadership and direction. We work to rebuild the Mandel JCC with a new professional and lay structure. Susan Schulman-Pertnoy started the restructuring process, and Barry Berg continues the rebuilding, along with their new president and CEO, Jesse Rosen. We worked with Meyer Prep to join the Posnack Jewish Day School Network. Posnack is the #1 Jewish day school in Florida. Posnack brought Meyer a proven system under the leadership of Dr. Richard Kuwenka and Roz Leopold, who recently completed her term as chair. The Friedman Commission for Jewish Education has been fully integrated into our federation. This allowed us to reposition CJE as the central department of Jewish education in our community. CJE's chair, Debbie Shapiro, completes her service tonight. Under Debbie's leadership, CJE has a clear focus on its mission to educate and engage. I want to acknowledge the outgoing president of Alpert Jewish Family Services, Michael Lampert. Our partners at JFS, as well as Kramer Senior Services of Morris Life, are working hard during these unprecedented times to care for many people in need. Thank you also to our global partners, JDC and the Jewish Agency for Israel, who serve and support Jews all over the diaspora. At Federation, I'm most proud that we have created an environment of respect. This was achieved with our Code of Conduct for Lay Leadership. This code supports our standards to act with personal and professional integrity. We were the first federation to implement this. Now others have followed our lead. It's really been an extraordinary 3 years as your board chair. I'm looking forward to staying involved and offering all I can to continue our mission. I learned to be involved with our community from my grandfather, and he told me at a very young age that you always had to be engaged and involved with your community. My father did the same, my mother did the same, my brother was involved in our community up north, and I became involved with our community down here in Palm Beach. To my wife, Lisa, thank you for your patience and support. I'm grateful to have you as my partner always. As chair, my goal was to leave this community better than I found it. I'm grateful to everyone who helped me to achieve that goal. The best part of the job was completing a journey that started 12 years ago when we moved to Palm Beach County. And the state of the Jewish community at that time and where it is today. Its growth, its strengths, our strength in our federation. We are better today and the future is bright. Thank you.
You're fueling Jewish Federation of Palm Beach County as we provide for our community's unprecedented needs. We're staying focused on building a bright Jewish future. And that's what has made this the Year of the Teens. This year, we launched Z Israel Fellows, a collaboration between our Jewish Teen Initiative and Israel Program Center. This 8-month experience for high schoolers, which included a trip to Israel, builds strong Jewish identities and long-lasting bonds with both Israel and their peers there. As these future leaders enter their college years, they are now equipped to advocate for the Jewish homeland and the Jewish people. Our international expansion of Project Tikva brought together service-minded teens from the Palm Beaches with teens in the tight-knit Jewish community of Guatemala. Together, these teens provided life-saving relief to impoverished communities. This year marks 25 years since Federation created a partnership between the Palm Beaches and Israel Tzahar region to serve as a living bridge between our local community and Israel. Made up of the cities Tzfat, Hatzor HaGlilit, and Rosh Pinah, our partnership together has brought our communities closer and provided a rich exchange of ideas and culture for a quarter of a century. We also connect to Israel through our Shlicha, or Israel emissary, Ya'ara Levy, who is concluding her 2 years of service in the Palm Beaches. As she returns to her life in Israel, we thank Ya'ara for bringing the culture of the Jewish state to local adults, students, and educators. Programs like our Israel 5K Run, an enormous celebration of Hanukkah at Rosemary Square, and an exclusive online concert to celebrate Israel's independence demonstrate her unique creativity and commitment. Toda Rabah, and thank you, Ya'ara. We make an investment in our community's teachers and students through our Friedman Commission for Jewish Education. Each year, we present awards to deserving Jewish educators. During this year of incredible challenges and innovative new ways to teach, we congratulate all Jewish community educators and say Yasher Koach and well done. We are celebrating the completion of the third year of our community's Life and Legacy program, brought to the Palm Beaches through the Jewish Community Foundation. Today, local partners, synagogues, and other organizations are more equipped for the future. Thanks to the vision of the late Mort Mandel, Federation's Mandel Center for Leadership Development is ensuring the highest caliber leaders serve our Jewish community. Our second cohort of the Mandel Leadership Institute is completing this exclusive training program. Participants have been exposed to thought-provoking and practical materials through the lens of Jewish values and principles, and will go on to serve in senior leadership positions within our community. The seventh cohort of our signature Emerging Leadership Program has just completed its transformative development experience. These 18 individuals join the more than 120 men and women who have completed ELP. We congratulate the graduates, who will now begin serving as more impactful leaders on boards and committees throughout Jewish Palm Beach. 2 ELP alumni are receiving this year's Robert S. and Seal N. Levy Young Leadership Award for modeling the leadership qualities of the leaders for whom the award is named. Ilan Koffer serves as chair of the Ben-Gurion Society and on the boards of the Mandel JCC and Federation's Jewish Community Relations Council. Jason Rogers chaired the first ever ELP mission to Israel and is now completing his term as ELP's chair. As recipients of this award, Ilan and Jason receive significant stipends for a trip to Israel and participation in the global meeting of Jewish leaders known as the General Assembly. As this unique year winds down, we celebrate the exemplary leadership of Ira Gerstein, who served with distinction as Federation's board chair for the past 3 years. We look forward to continued strength in 2021 and beyond as we welcome our new board chair, Hope Silverman. Thank you for the vital role you've played with Federation and our community in an unforgettable 2020. As we look ahead, we know that together with you, we are prepared to meet tomorrow's challenges, whatever they may be.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sandy Backler, and I have to start by saying what a great video that was, Ira. Thank you very much for sharing that with the community. I personally was very much impressed with seeing what we're doing here for the Jewish teens in our community. This is something that Arlene and I have been very, very close to, always worrying about the next generation. People ask us why we're focused on the next generation is because we're looking for our replacements. So seeing all that being emphasized in the video, amongst other things that have been accomplished, great. Before I start installing the new board of directors, I also want to say to you, Ira, you've done an exemplary job. It's been a kind of a crazy time to finish up with here right now, but congratulations. You're now joining a very, very special group of people. I can say that because as a former board chair myself, and also the husband of one, my wife is also in that same position, I can particularly thank you for your unwavering leadership. We welcome you as the newest addition to the wall of photos of our past chairs. Welcome aboard. And now, on behalf of the 2020 nominating committee, I have the pleasure of recognizing the past board going out and past executive committee going out, and also the pleasure of installing the new board of directors for the 2021 Federation year. To the members of the 2019-2020 board of directors and the executive committee, as you were elected, thank you for your hard work and for your dedication. I am now formally able to discharge you from your duties. but that doesn't mean you can go away. You are still part of our community and still expect to see you with us, growing with this community. Thank you. Under Ray Golden's chairmanship, the nominating committee has been very busy these past several months, and they have selected a group of new officers for our executive committee and for our board of directors, which we're now pleased to introduce to you. As provided by the Federation bylaws, the new officers in the executive committee and the board of directors were elected yesterday at the Federation board meeting. We're now pleased to show you the names of those people on the screen at present. The Federation board also includes past Federation board chairs, as well as the local partner agency board chairs and CEOs. It's now my pleasure to officially install you as the 2020-2021 Executive Committee and the Board of Directors for the Jewish Federation of Palm Beach County. I thank you for your commitment to lead this federation and the Jewish community. You have the responsibility to ensure that the Federation continues to address the needs of the Jewish community locally, as well as 70 other countries around the world, and certainly as well as in Israel. Our community has complete confidence in your ability for the leadership that's required. So mazel tov to all of you together. We go from strength to strength. It's interesting to me how things have come full circle. 12 years ago was the last time we had a female board chair. Come a long way. That was my wife, Arlene Kaufman. And I guess they've been looking for somebody for years to follow up in her footsteps. And I couldn't be happier than to say that it's Hope Silverman. When I was a board chair, she was a campaign chair. And now we're installing her as the board chair. It's come a long way, Hope, to see her get to this position. And I, for one, couldn't be happier. Hope, at this time we're living in now, there's no better person I can think of to lead our federation. You've served with so many committees. You've demonstrated a passion and a commitment to our community. It's just been great. It's been wonderful. There's no doubt you're going to make us feel proud to be associated with this Jewish Federation. And I realize how long I've known Hope, and the fact that I've traveled not just in Florida with her, but I've known her up in the Berkshires. We've traveled to Germany together. We've traveled to Israel together. And in all places that she's been, she's shown the passion that is required for this job. So I'm really pleased about that. And if there's one sign that we have the right person about the future of the community, take a look at her name. She's our hope. So with that, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the Federation's new chairman of the board, Hope Silverman.
Thank you, Sandy. Sending a virtual Zoom hug to you, and I'm overwhelmed by your lovely words. You've been an inspiration to me over the years, and I'm even more honored to step into this role, considering the last female board chair 12 years ago was your inspiring wife, Arlene Kaufman. I'm thankful to you for your friendship and support. I would like to congratulate and thank Ira Gerstein. You have served this community with distinction over the last 3 years. On behalf of our entire community, we are grateful to you for your leadership and dedication. To all the board chairs that have come before me in leading this distinguished federation, thank you. You've created a remarkable model for leadership, and you've laid the significant foundation upon which we've built a growing, thriving, vibrant Jewish Palm Beach. Congratulations to our new Federation board. This team is comprised of some of the most compassionate and talented community leaders I've ever had the pleasure to work alongside of. I look forward to working with them in our shared determination to meet our Federation community's needs. I would like to recognize the following leaders: Brian Seymour, our campaign chair; Sadel Sankan, Women's Philanthropy Board Chair; Rhonda Starr, Women's Philanthropy Campaign Chair; and Joel Udenfriend, Jewish Community Foundation Chair. I am so excited to welcome Pam Cometer, the first female chair of the Emerging Leadership Program in its 11-year history. And not only that, we get to have another Commodore family member on the board, Lador Vador. No one could have predicted that when I was nominated to be the Federation's new board chair a few months ago, that a global pandemic would launch my tenure. Every Jewish community in the world is grappling with the coronavirus, and I couldn't be prouder of how the Federation of Palm Beach County and our vast network of partner agencies have successfully navigated the critical needs in our community, our partners in Israel, and those counting on us. These times may be a challenge unlike any we've faced before, but our Federation was built for this moment. An unprecedented crisis calls for an extraordinary community, and our community is characterized by its sense of unity, compassion, generosity, and commitment to Israel and Jewish values. I confidently speak for the entire board when I say we are in extraordinary hands with our president and CEO, Michael Hoffman. Michael has provided visionary leadership over the past 5 years, putting this federation on track to be a shining example across North America. I look forward to working very closely with him, his executive staff, and the entire professional team. Federation is here for all of us. Quite a bit of that has to do with our incredible partner agencies. I know I speak for the entire board when I say that we are committed to the continued work and ability to deliver critical programs to our local and global partners. This will only be achievable with a strong, growing Federation annual campaign and Jewish Community Foundation. It's true what's happening in our world has changed our lives forever, but rest assured, my goals and vision for the Federation remain steadfast. In fact, this has only fueled my determination. I am humbled and honored to be your new Federation board chair. I would like to thank my husband, Gene, my children and grandchildren for your love and support. Gene, sweetheart, I'll be in the den on Zoom if you need me. I thank you all for being here tonight. I look forward to a time when we can all be in the same room together again. Until then, stay well and have a wonderful summer.
Thank you, Hope. Mazel tov on becoming board chair. You are clearly assuming this role with an incredible amount of passion and dedication to our Jewish community and our Jewish Federation. I give you virtual hugs back and look forward to your partnership and friendship these next couple of years. I also need to take a moment to recognize and thank our board of directors. Our Federation works with the most dedicated group of volunteers in any Jewish community in North America. Each one of you expresses an ongoing commitment to meet the needs of our Jewish community. So I want to thank you for your time, for your expertise, for your philanthropy, and most importantly, for leading by example. We come to this annual meeting at a time when our Jewish community is a microcosm of our larger society. We face an ongoing pandemic, economic stress, and overall uncertainty in our lives. We know in the year ahead that we will be facing a set of circumstances still unknown to us. What will the needs be for our community here in Palm Beach and in Israel and around the world? How will we continue to build and strengthen our Jewish community during a time when we are likely not able to come together in person as a community? How will we continue to inspire the next generation so our children and grandchildren will continue to find relevance and meaning in Jewish life and maintain a strong connection to the people of Israel? In a normal year, I can share with you detailed plans and specifics, but in a year like this, I can share my aspirations for our community on what will be an extraordinary year ahead. I have an aspiration and the confidence that we will have the capacity to pivot as a Jewish community to meet the needs of those who are vulnerable and those who we need to inspire. I have the confidence and appreciation in the extraordinary group of lay and professional leaders guiding our Federation, our beneficiary agencies, our synagogues, and other partner organizations. They are all approaching our work with creativity and innovation not seen before. And I'm inspired that we are approaching the complicated task of reinvention with a sense of collaboration and mutual support throughout the entire community. Because there is recognition that we are all in this together. And no one person or organization can tackle the task of serving the needs of our Jewish community in this extraordinary moment at this time on their own. And I have an aspiration that we will find new and innovative ways to bring our Jewish community together, because the level of engagement that we have seen these past 3 months while virtual has been unprecedented. Thousands upon thousands of individuals in our community have been participating in a host of virtual community engagement programs. So tonight, we are presented with some significant challenges, but I have all the confidence that as a community, we will exceed our aspirations and expectations in our need to reinvent, to pivot, and to fulfill our shared mission. We'll continue to find new ways of caring for the vulnerable, while at the same time providing powerful opportunities for people to connect with Jewish life. And we've already started. Soon after the pandemic began, we launched the J-HELP Emergency Relief Fund. And in just a few short weeks, we raised $1.5 million to support the urgent human service needs of our local and global partners. These funds were immediately distributed to our partners to support things like emergency financial assistance to support those families who are struggling to pay rent or put food on the table. We helped fund the expansion of the distribution of food and meal delivery to homebound and isolated seniors with our partners at Kramer Senior Services. We provided scholarship assistance so more children could participate and attend the summer days at the Mandel JCC. And in the next couple of weeks, our partners at Alpert Jewish Family Service will be launching a new career services program to help the increasing number of community members who are facing unemployment. And that's all in addition to the money raised with our annual campaign. And I'm thrilled to share that thanks to your generosity, we will meet our goal of $16.4 million. And I want to point out that our Jewish Community Foundation, which administers the Life and Legacy program for our community, has surpassed its 3-year goal and has secured 225 legacy commitments to benefit the Jewish Federation and our community partners in the agencies and the synagogues. And we've achieved our goal in securing 25 new Lion of Judah endowment commitments. And these are all incredible feats, and we thank those donors for helping ensure that their legacy will perpetuate the strength and vitality of the Jewish community for generations to come. And when we talk about the legacy of our Jewish community, we cannot help but think about the following community leaders we sadly lost in this past year: Max Adler, David Blaker, Libby Fishman, Cindy List, Barbara Mandel, Morton Mandel, and Erwin Schipper. These individuals have made a profound and lasting impact in the Palm Beaches. May their memories and the memories of all those who we lost this year be for a blessing. On Fridays, over the past few months, I've been sending an e-blast before Shabbat focusing on the heroes of our Jewish community. You've read about the people on the forefronts who are truly making a difference during an immensely challenging time. I want to take this opportunity to thank one more dedicated group of heroes, those who work at our Jewish Federation of Palm Beach County. As I often say, our federation is a family, and we have seen over these past 3 months and throughout the year, this group of individuals come to work, or in more recent cases, they log in, and they put their all into their jobs. I want to thank every member of our Federation team for your tremendous commitment to our community. I specifically want to congratulate 2 members of our staff who are reaching significant milestones this year. Amy Smith and Wendy Weiss are celebrating their 20-year anniversary working at the Jewish Federation. 20 years, Mazel Tov, and thank you so much for your devotion to our organization. I would like to close out the night by telling you about one last hero who's making an incredible difference in our Jewish community. In 2018, Federation introduced the Debbie Rochville Professional Leadership Award. Debbie was instrumental in the success of our Federation, and she dedicated her entire career to serving Jewish communities throughout North America. We thought it fitting to name a professional leadership award in honor of her retirement. This annual award recognizes the outstanding achievement of a Federation professional who exemplifies Debbie's legacy, professional leadership, excellence, and a commitment to enhancing our community. The recipient is also provided with a generous stipend to be put towards a professional development opportunity. And I'm extremely proud to present the 2020 Debbie Rochfeld Professional Leadership Award to Carly Jacobson. Carly, turn your camera on. Carly manages the Jewish Federation Jewish Teen Initiative, which is our teen engagement program. She is a fantastic, creative, and collaborative professional, and she has proven herself to be a natural leader and a role model, creating experiences for teens that help them develop powerful connections to their Jewish identity. She embraces innovation, which is apparent over this past year. On the video you just watched a few minutes ago, you learned about the Z Israel Fellowship and our service learning trip to Guatemala, and Carly was instrumental behind both of these meaningful opportunities. Throughout these and other leadership experiences, Carly has found relevant and innovative ways to make Jewish life engaging for our community teams. And I can't think of a better recipient of the Debbie Rochfeld Award than someone who is building a love for Israel and being Jewish in the next generation. Please join me in congratulating Carly Jacobson. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight to celebrate what has been an unbelievable year for our community and our federation. I invite you to stay connected as we weather this pandemic together, and please visit our website at jewishpalmbeach.org/virtual, where you can find a complete listing of virtual program opportunities that we have for you. Again, thank you for joining us to celebrate the impact we've all had in making this a wonderful year and a successful year. I hope you have a wonderful and safe and healthy summer. Have a great evening.